Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at GCNlive.com.
Good morning, friends. Greetings and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your health and vitality and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 29 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, acne, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body and in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system. It's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing and renewing and regenerating system a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, if you have a success story you'd like to share, if you just want to contribute to the conversation, our number today is 844-236-6010, 844-236-6010. We'll get your calls in our second segment. We're going to talk to Keith McLeod of Block It Pocket in our fourth segment. So we'll get your calls here in our second segment. If you have questions about the longevity products, the longevity business, formulation, skincare, ingredients, we're here for you. We welcome your calls at 844-236-6010. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products that you hear advertised on the program or recommended on the program, you can head over to my website, brightsideben.com, and order products directly off the website. You can sign up to join the Brightside Ben team right off the website as well. You can also head over to my blog, pharmacistben.com, or my new blog, criticalhealthnews.com. You can also call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. They're friendly and knowledgeable. They know all about the longevity products and the longevity business. 866-735-2470 is their phone number. And our number today is 844-236-6010. Try to call in early. We'll get your calls here in our second segment. All right, thanks for joining us on The Bright Side. We're talking skincare and skincare products. The key to understanding skincare products, as we said yesterday, is understanding the all-important ingredient deck. The silliest way to make an assessment on a skincare product is to rub it on your skin and then rub your finger along your skin where you put the product on and, oh, that feels nice. No, that's just some superficial wax or oil, and this is what most of us believe is a measurement or criteria that determines how effective a skincare product is. In fact, when you feel a skincare product on your skin, what you're really feeling is a additional barrier, a superficial layer that will keep the skin from reacting appropriately to the environment. It'll suffocate the skin in a sense. It'll suppress chemistry in the skin. In fact, the silliest thing you could ever put on your dry skin, believe it or not, the craziest thing you could ever put on your dry skin, the most dry skin inducing strategy that you could ever do, you could ever use on your dry skin is putting a moisturizer on. Moisturizers are anti-moisturizing. Moisturizers induce dry skin. How do you like that? You have dry skin, you put a moisturizer on, it makes your skin even drier. And we all know this because we get addicted to our moisturizing lotion. This is why the more skincare product you use, the more moisturizer you use, the drier your skin is. I noticed this in the pharmacy setting when I graduated pharmacy school and went out to work in the drugstores. This was the most steady and consistent complaint people had about their skincare products. The more they used, the drier their skin was. And the skincare companies aren't going to tell you that. I worked for Blistex from the formulation in the laboratory, and we love this at Blistex. This is why people get addicted to their chapstick or their Blistex or their lip medicine. The lips and the skin are loaded with what we call in the business natural moisture factors. These are amino acids, same amino acids that make up proteins, in addition to sugars and fats that have a water-trapping property. The lips and the skin are loaded with these moisture factors, the so-called natural moisture factor. Well, it turns out that this natural moisture factor, these sponges that attract water, they in effect sponges, they're biomolecular or biochemical sponges. These sponges are suppressed by the activity of moisturizer. So the more moisturizer you use, the less natural sponges you have, and the drier your skin becomes. This is why the silliest and most manipulative, from a skincare company perspective, strategy for dealing with dry skin is rubbing a moisturizer on your skin. So then you say, well, why? What am I going to do? My skin is really dry. Well, first of all, recognize that skin should never be dry. No skin is supposed to be dry, yet I would have to say at least 80% of the folks I talk to who use skincare products complain of dry skin. Almost everybody has dry skin. This is indicative of how unhealthy we are. Dry skin is a health issue. It's an internal issue. It's not a skincare issue. The only way you're going to address dry skin from a topical skincare perspective is to use topical nutrients. This is why I formulated my Truth Treatment products. This is why I formulated the products for my old companies. This is how I've been formulating skincare for 32 years, by using topical nutrition, topical skin nutrition. And as we've said repeatedly, there's really only 2 topical nutrients that are going to have an effect on the skin. But in order to understand how to leverage these topical nutrients, how to leverage your skincare products, leverage skin health products to really create a change in the skin, you gotta understand the ingredient deck. We gotta read the ingredient deck. Now, surprise, surprise, a lot of companies don't want you to know their ingredient deck, especially department store companies. Why do you think that the ingredient decks are written on the package and not on the bottle? Well, because companies know that you're going to throw out the package and keep the bottle and not have the ingredient decks, because nobody wants you to read their ingredient deck, or a lot of folks don't want you to read their ingredient deck. Why? Because you'll see, if you read the ingredient deck, there isn't much in a skincare product for the most part. In the world of skincare, there's not a lot of difference between skincare products. In the world of skincare, there's not a lot of difference from a chemistry perspective between super expensive skincare products that you buy in a department store, buy in Nordstrom's or Bergdorf Goodman or whatever your Barney's or whatever your favorite department store is. Even if you're spending $1,000 for the bottle, there's not a lot of difference between the ingredients in your $1,000 a bottle skincare product and your $5 a bottle skincare product that you buy at Kmart. But if you don't read the ingredient deck, or you don't understand the ingredient deck, you're not going to know that. You're just going to rub the stuff on your skin, rub your finger on the product, and say, oh, that feels nice. Got to be an ingredient deck reader. One of the key elements of an ingredient deck is what I call the 2% point. The 2% point is the point on the ingredient deck at which all the ingredients that follow are at 2% or less. There's also a 1% point, and there's a 0.5% point. And I can always tell by looking at an ingredient deck, and you should too, and you will if you listen to the Bright Side here for the next few days, because we're going to be talking about ingredients and ingredient decks. You can always tell how active a product is by the 2% point, the 0.5% point, or the 1% point. You'll see that most of the good stuff is after the 0.5% point. That means it's in your ingredients at very, very in your ingredient deck or in your product at very, very tiny concentrations. If you see your favorite ingredient, the ingredient you read about in the newspaper, the ingredient they're promoting in the product at the very bottom of your ingredient deck, chances are pretty good, if it's a standard formulation, there isn't much in there. You'll get wax, you'll get oil, you'll get emulsifying agent, you'll certainly get water. And there, in those 4 ingredients, wax, oil, or fake oil, emulsifying agent, and water, you've got 95 to 98, even up to 99% of most skincare products. And I don't care if you're spending $1,000 an ounce or $5 an ounce or 10 cents an ounce. This is how skincare has been done since time immemorial. And this is how modern skincare has been done since 1920 or so, when Helena Rubinstein came over from Europe and decided to make skincare a marketing-driven business. Back then, they didn't know anything about the skin. Do you know we really didn't even understand nutrition in the 1920s or the 1910s. We certainly didn't know the micro structure of the skin in the 1920s, 1910, 1930s, etc. But today's skincare products are vestiges of that time in the early 20th century. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back right after this.
Farmers keep their livestock lean and healthy with a mineral-rich diet. Before market, they cut off minerals, leaving them to crave high-calorie grains. If weight control is this easy, why prescribe surgery for humans? Avoid 900 different diseases by getting 90 essential nutrients. Check out sonsoflibertyteam.com, order your Healthy Start Pack, and get your 90 for life, or call 855-301-TEAM. Essential, not optional. 90 for life at sonsoflibertyteam.com or 855-301-TEAM. That's 855-301-TEAM.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237. On the average, Americans work between 45 to 50 years, hoping to build up enough wealth to retire and live out their golden years. Unfortunately, with taxation, the rising cost of food, energy, housing, and medical, many retirees are forced to live below the poverty line. Is this a flaw free enterprise, or is our monetary unit we call the Federal Reserve Note forcing us into perpetual debt, ensuring inflation and higher taxes? These questions and more can be answered by reading G. Edward Griffin's book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. Congressman Ron Paul states it's what every American needs to know about central bank power. A gripping adventure into the secret world of international banking cartel. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. I will give a silver dollar from the early 1900s to anyone who purchases this book. Call 1-800-686-2237 and order a copy today. It's critical that the public be made aware of the system. Call and order your copy today at 1-800-686-2237. That's 1-800-686-2237.
Did you know that drinking pure, high-alkaline water is one of the most important factors in maintaining high energy and vibrant health? Most experts agree that the water you drink should be at a pH level of 8 or higher. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops, available only at alkavision.com, combine a unique formula of only the most alkaline minerals. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops alkalize your water, ridding the body of harmful toxins, and helps you regain health and energy. Alkalizing your water by simply adding 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops helps the body rid itself of acidic waste, increases oxygen content, and raises the pH of your body to healthy levels. And bacteria and viruses cannot survive in an alkaline high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops for only $29.95 at alkavision.com. That's ALKAvision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
We are the premier independent talk radio network, the Genesis Communications Network, GCN.
All right, we are back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben. We're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central Time. 24/7 on our archive pages at brightsideben.com and also benfuchsarchives.com. If you miss a program or you want to review a program or you want to direct a potential client, customer, friend, patient, to any of the things we talk about on this program, you can head over to brightsideben.com or benfuchsarchives.com and check out our archive page. Got 4 years plus of archives.